Hi scholars, today we are going to be doing an experiment. As you would say, I will be doing it here. I wish you could be doing it in the classroom, but COVID. We're going to be working with 4 types of plastics. In your Pear Deck, you already know what the 4 are called. I will just help label each one. So my blue is the polypropylene. My green is my polyvinyl chloride. That's a mouthful. Then for red, I have polyethylene. And for my yellow, I have polystyrene. Okay, so these are my 4. You will be taking notes on the characteristics of all 4 based on different types of tests I will do to test the properties, the characteristics of each of these types of plastic. So let's get started. Number 1, flexibility. So in your chart, you are going to label and take note of the flexibility of each one. Let's start with the blue. Pretty flexible. Start with the green. Ooh, wow, that is very, very flexible. That is definitely more flexible than the blue one. Oh, that is not very flexible. I feel like I'm about to break it. It's not very flexible. Okay, that's pretty flexible, but not as much as the green one. So in your notes, write that the green one is definitely the most flexible. Then the blue and the red are pretty flexible, and the yellow was not very flexible. Okay, now we're going to be looking at the crease color. In order to do this, I'm going to bend each of these in half, and I will hope to show you the color of each one. So let's start with the blue. Not sure if you can see that very much, but it definitely changed color. It became a little bit more white as I tried to bend it in half. Now let's check the yellow one. Bending it in half. That one turned pretty white, almost as if it was going to break, so take note of that. Turned white. My green one, I don't think it changed color at all. I think it is still green. The green did not change color at all. Let's look at the red one. I'm not sure if you can see that, but the red did not change color at all as well. It is still red. So the blue one turned a little bit white when I bent it, and the yellow one turned almost completely white as I bent its plastic. All right, next test is hardness. I'm going to take the end of a paper clip, and I am going to scratch each one to see if it leaves a mark. So I know you won't be able to really see this on your screen, but I will do my best to show. Sort of can see that. It definitely left a scratch mark. So the green one can be scratched. Seems like the red one can also be scratched, also left a mark. Oop, the yellow one definitely left a mark. You can see the line running all the way down the middle. Trust me, even if you can't, I can definitely see the line down the middle. And last but not least, let's try the blue. While it's not a very straight line, I can still see a line down the middle. Okay? So actually all of them failed. They didn't fail, but all of them could get scratched. So all 4 plastics can get scratched. Make sure you include it in your notes. All right, now we are looking at density relative to alcohol, which means that I put all 4 of them in a little vial filled with alcohol to see if whether they float or they sink. So if I shake it up, you can see that the red and the blue are floating on the top, while the green and the yellow are sinking to the bottom. All right, now let's test out another one. All right, scholars, now we are checking the density compared to a water and alcohol mixture. So I filled this half with alcohol, half with water. Shake it up. As you can see, the blue and the red continue to float on the top, while the green and the yellow sunk to the bottom. So you can type that into your chart. And let's move on and look at another one. All right, now we're checking the density compared to just water. Let me shake it up. Check. If you can see, we actually have 3 on the top now. Yellow, red, and blue are on the top, are floating on the top, while only the green sank to the bottom. Okay? We have one more to test out. All right, the last one, does it float or sink in salt water? So this is water, and I filled it with quite a lot of salt. So as you can see, I have green sunk to the bottom still, but red, blue, and yellow are on the top. They are floating on the top of this mixture. Go ahead and update your charts. All right, last test, we are going to test how it reacts to heat. I have a blow dryer. I am going to blow hot air on these 4 plastics for about 10 minutes and see if they bend or not. Don't worry, you're not going to sit there for 10 minutes. I'm going to speed it up so you can see the results very soon. All right. As you can see, one bent very, very much so. The green one, the other one stayed pretty straight and firm. So obviously in your table, you can write that the green one bent a ton and the other ones stayed up straight. All right, that is the end of our testing of our 4 plastics. Make sure that your chart is filled out. I can't wait to see you in Zoom and talk about everything that you've learned. Bye.